respect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Get this set. 19. Check back. Got double time. Double time. Hey. You got 3.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Watson now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing again is Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Watson. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They run the counter. It's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now Wilson escaping the pressure right, and it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Hey, watch the slip. Watch the slip.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Benardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To the catch made by Hopkins.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like he said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing to be.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Wilson. And Dixon has it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
315. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Hey, 0-0-0.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. All right, CD, let's look ahead to Week 12, the week before Thanksgiving. Hard to believe some big games. It started Thursday night, Colts-Texans, to decide who would go ahead in that division, but also Seahawks-Eagles, a game that you're going to be doing. That's a big one.
It's a monster one, and if you look at the Eagles' record, you would think they absolutely have to have it. But in the NFC East, even a loss doesn't eliminate them, does it? But if they win, they could be neck and neck with Dallas. With Seattle, they're trying to keep pace and stay right on the heels of San Francisco.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. As the first half is winding down, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. We don't see too many scoreless halves in football, not in today's day and age, and we're not going to see one here. We finally have points on the board.
Yeah, and it didn't come easy, did it? Because neither of these offenses really gotten out of the starting blocks yet. But that is definitely an important score right there. And who knows? The way their defenses play, that touchdown might even hold up until the end.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check 99. Check 99.
The final shot before the break. Watson eluding the pressure right. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Ringo. That's right, man.
They run again with Carson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Check.
They'll run on first down. Carson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
You got him.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Myers' kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there, 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The sack there by Rasheem Green. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well,